Hello everyone, thank you for joining today. Just 1 minute to check the voice quality and we will begin very soon. Okay, so as I see, everything looks fine. We are going to look at, as the beginning, the economic calendar. And after that, we are going to look at the charts, what is happening and what we may expect. As you may see, this is the forecast that I shared on my channels during all these days. Since yesterday price was close to the bottom of the pattern, as you may see, and it is pushing up. It looks very aggressive movement from the dollar index. However, I will explain this a bit later. Let's see what the economic calendar is showing for us. Overall, the week was very poor with economic data. We did not have many things at all. It was a blank economic calendar. Tomorrow we are going to look at the CPI data from Germany. They are going to impact euro currency pairs. And one of the most important part will be during the US opening. We are going to have the CPI data again. For the moment, the market is contracting a bit related with this data. We had FOMC, the market didn't move at all. And now the market is focused on the CPI data, but in my opinion, we are not going to face something strange considering that everything finished for this month. However, the market has to speculate, so we have to face also this topic tomorrow. Let's hope the market will not create many ups and downs. On Thursday, we are going to have a dedicated economic calendar related with the Bank of England. We have Bank of England monetary policy statement. We have the interest rate decision. It was 4.25 at the beginning of the previous month, and it is expected to be 4.5. So the market is anticipating 0.25% increase in the interest rate or 25 basis points. All of these data are related with GBP. We have to be very careful. It will be a very volatile day. And as I was looking at the market today, GBP began to show some strength ahead of the interest rate decision. And it is normal. However, we shouldn't be very bullish regarding this topic, considering that we have seen also the other central banks to increase the interest rates, and later we have seen their currency to lose value. So it is better if you are going to trade after the news event. It is not good in advance at all. Also, Friday is dedicated mainly to the GDP data from the UK. We can see that it was 0.1%. It is expected in the same levels again, so it is not expecting that the gross domestic product will improve during this moment. Let's see what is going to happen. It will be a very interesting day. We have to see. It is not that easy, but it is better to stay away from the market. The most important part of the movement I'm expected to be done during Thursday with the interest rate decision and not on Friday. Also, later on the day, we have Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. So overall, the rest of the week is focused only on Thursday, that we have the Bank of England with the interest rate decision, and tomorrow with the US CPI data and CPI data from Germany. So this is overall from the economic calendar that we have right now. You can let me know about everything in the message chat. I really appreciate it if you'll have any question. Thank you for joining to everyone. So let's look at what is happening with the dollar index. During all these days, as I explained also in TradingView and Telegram as well, on a daily chart, we can see that price was facing a very strong resistance, very strong support, from a daily time frame perspective. For the bearish movement, in order to continue moving down further, we need a very strong bearish volume. And for that reason, the price should break through 100.8 in order to continue moving down further. This was the bearish scenario. However, during all these times, if you followed my analysis, I was focused on the bullish movement, despite the fact that we are still having these ups and downs on the lower part. On a 1 hour time frame yesterday, price came down during these days, established the first support zone. We saw the price to increase again. We saw many ups and downs. Finally, we had a strong possible double bottom pattern that I was looking at yesterday that I shared. And as you may see, the price is moving up aggressively at this moment. All the USD pairs are already recovering from this movement, and this is showing that USD as a minimum has the chance that it can reach the top of this small structure before any further action. The first movement that I was expecting yesterday with the increase of the volume during the US opening, I was expecting for price also to create any possible bearish movement before the CPI data. It was as a possible scenario, but as long as we had this candle that moved up from the zone that I was looking at, it looks like that the price will not stop for the moment. So both these candles are very strong, both are bullish. We can see that it keeps growing at this moment, and the chances are higher that it can continue to increase further. In both situations, we can see that the price is growing in a solid way. However, we need a solid breakout at this moment. We need a solid break from this zone. And if price is going to manage to close above this area, the next target will be the top of the structure. This is showing that the USD dollar is increasing value, and it was in this zone also before. We have the first one, we have another one, and here we have another one, so they are approximately in the first area. So let's see, for the moment it looks bullish, but we have to be careful near the top of the structure. This is the only problem right now that US dollar has to challenge. Until that moment, it is difficult to anticipate the bullish or the bearish movement. Both can be possible, the bearish movement that can push the price down, or the bullish movement that is required to break through the resistance zone, and later we may see. So price definitely is going to test the resistance zone close to 102.3 for the moment. And later we have to see what is going to happen. So this is for dollar index. Probably we are going to have more chances for USD to increase, as it seems. So let's see. The next one that we are going to look at is gold. In my opinion, it is very risky for the moment to trade gold on the long side, considering that the market is already testing a very strong resistance area. We have seen this also before, and price reacted as expected. I have shared this with specific points. The first high that was created was on August 2020 during COVID-19. The second top was during the war between Ukraine and Russia, and this top was created because of the banking crisis. What was very strange was this high speculative movement that was created during the day after FOMC this month. This was very strange, and I didn't understand this at all, why it happened. However, this is market, it happened as movement. It was very strange move. Tomorrow we have the CPI data. Probably everyone is going to anticipate the data related with the inflation. However, we have to be careful because we are close to the end of everything. So I don't see any strong reason why the price should break through this zone. It doesn't make sense in the current conditions. However, we have to be careful only because of the speculation regarding gold for the moment. Only the speculation can do that move. The previous forecast that I was looking at, I am sharing this since a long period of time. Price completed a daily 5-wave movement with red, as you may see. And also for the last wave, we may see a 5-wave movement. This was not completed where I was looking at before, but we can see that price created something bigger and expanded this pattern. It created something different. However, I think that the chances are high that we are close to a possible reversal in trend regarding gold. This is the possible scenario that I'm looking at for the moment. The first resistance, the first support zone that gold may face will be 1,900 approximately, 930. And later we have to see how it will develop. So this is for the gold. I wouldn't be surprised that gold may begin the bearish movement from where it is now. The price may anticipate the CPI data for tomorrow, and also it may anticipate everything related with FOMC and their decision and what they are going to do during the coming meeting. So this is overall for gold. I don't see any small pattern for the moment for this trade, but it looks like everything is done for the moment. So this is for gold. Let's see what is happening with Euro USD. As I see from the price, this is creating the big crash that I was looking at. Just one moment. Thank you so much to everyone that is joining right now. What we can see for Euro USD, the problem is that we should know also the price position where it is in the bigger time frame and not to focus only on the patterns. As we have seen from the analysis that I shared also during these days, my main focus was on the bearish movement and it was never on the bullish movement. From the previous analysis that it was shared 2 days ago in May 7th, we may see that price is moving down for the moment. Yesterday I updated for this analysis the price movement, how it was developing here. Look at the price where it found resistance. It found resistance close to 1.1047, and we can see that later the price moved down even more. For the moment, price already broke down from the pattern that we are looking at. The candles are very red for the moment, and this is showing that Euro USD is increasing the chances for the bearish opportunity. However, we have to be careful again. It is not a trade that you can begin right now. You may think that you can begin the trade in this way, because usually this is how we can trade this. However, the problem is that the price can create also any movement, any speculative movement regarding the CPI data, and later it can move down again. However, Euro USD is a very complex, is creating a very complex pattern for the moment. During the previous times, it was creating this movement, if you remember, and later on we can see that it created something else that was looking like a type of bullish triangle. This breakout is adding the chances for a bearish movement, but it is also very complex for the moment. But the chances are higher that we may see the bearish move for Euro USD. This breakout is just adding more values to the bigger picture that we are looking at. So let's see how it will develop. I don't want to add many other scenarios because we have many possibilities how this pattern can take shape, because we can see also this movement or something else. But for the moment, we have to look at only this pattern, in my opinion. So let's see how it will continue during the coming hours. It's still bearish. Just one moment. Joe is writing, I like your analysis a lot. I'm learning from you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your comment. So let's see again. This is an analysis related with USD from yesterday. On the bigger picture, as you may see on the 4-hour time frame, price was moving within this large pattern, and we had three resistance zones that the price moved down from the top. Considering that USD and Australian dollar and USD was moving in this zone since a long period of time, so this is dating back in March 23, but we should remember that Euro USD is moving down from the top from February, the beginning of February 23. So it was moving down, and we may also look at the price development here. So it is not taking any clear direction. This is adding the chances for a bearish movement for the price to continue down further. Yesterday when I shared, it was at this top. This was the analysis from yesterday. Price came down. This is a very short-term target. The problem is that we have to be careful because before the CPI data, we may see the price to increase and it can move down later. However, if you join from the top, I think that it's reasonable to take partial profits and move stops at break even for this trade. If it moves down today, all is fine. We just have to follow our trading scenario. So this is overall for Australian dollar and USD dollar. A very interesting pattern formation. We are within a range trading opportunity, and the chances are that it can also test the bottom on the best possible scenario. Considering that also Euro USD is showing the potential for a bearish movement, the chances are very high that also Australian dollar USD may increase the bearish volume further as well. So it makes sense for the moment. Just one moment. One of the guys is asking about BTC. What's the insight about with BTC? Just let me finish with Forex and I will move on to BTC. Just give me some minutes. Thank you. Related with GBP USD, this is an old analysis that I have shared during these weeks, during the previous week, if I'm not wrong, it was at this point. April 29. As you may see, price reached our target after ugly movements. It was a bullish movement, target was reached, price is moving down. For the moment we are ahead of the data from the UK, so we have interest rate decision from the Bank of England, and we have also the CPI data regarding US dollar. This is showing that the price may move down further. However, in my personal opinion, I would like to stay away from GBP USD, considering that during this period of time it has created many false breakouts. I'm not sure at all what this is doing because it keeps creating false breakouts, false bearish breakouts, and it is still moving up. That is why we have to be very careful. For the moment, price has many ways that can be interpreted in the current conditions. It can come down and it can increase from this point, but it can also continue with a bearish movement. It is not clear yet, so in my opinion, it is better that you should skip GBP USD. This is one of the worst currency pairs in my opinion. I have faced also difficulties with this. It is not moving as expected. Many likes GBP USD to trade, but this is also very ugly overall. A possible bearish scenario may happen from this wedge pattern, but it comes with a high level of risk in the current conditions because it is not so clear as the bigger picture. So on the lower time frame, we may see GBP USD to test the small structure and probably even deeper where it was before. But as you can see, during the previous bullish wave, we saw a deep pullback, so we can see a deep pullback and it can increase again. That is why we have to be careful with this one, I guess. It's not one of the best trading opportunities. Natural gas is a trade that I shared during the previous live stream. I was expecting for this movement many days, and in our group we already joined this since the bottom. Only for the traders, I like to trade natural gas. Natural gas, in my opinion, is very risky as financial instrument. What we had during the previous time for natural gas, I want to share this with you. It was this pattern that I was looking at during all these days. Price completed the harmonic pattern in a perfect way and it keeps rising for the moment. So this was the natural gas trading scenario that I was looking at during these days. For the moment it is still growing and the chances are that it can reach also 2.4. There is not any trading opportunity yet. The trading opportunities are limited with natural gas. The problem is that it can lose the bullish volume very soon, and that is why we have to be careful with natural gas. It can come close to the bottom again very easily in the same way as the price increased. So probably another buy opportunity may happen only if price is going to move down again. On this part of the chart, we can see that price is moving within 2.1 and 2.4. Probably the upper part may push the price down if it is going to test the top again. So this is a possible trading scenario. However, we have to wait for this. Probably I will update during the coming weeks. It will take some time, I guess. And this is for the list that I had about BTC USD that one of the guys is asking. Let's see what is happening with BTC. Just let me clean this. I will explain BTC only from the current position where it is now, because it's in a strong and critical zone, in my opinion. As you may see, price is close to a strong structure zone. When the bearish movement began from 31,000, it came down and it stopped close to 27,170 or 200. The chances are very high that we can be in this range trading movement. Also, for the moment, I don't see BTC so weak. We have to be very careful. Only any strange speculation can push BTC down. I don't know what can happen for that. However, for the moment, Bitcoin is already blocked within this zone between 27 and 200 and 27 and 600. And the chances are that it can do the same thing because of the speculation, and it can be blocked also on the second zone. However, considering the strength that the previous structure already showed on the past, close to 27,000, the chances are high that we may see Bitcoin to increase again. Probably it can happen only with any speculation. For the moment, it is not clear. It has to develop more because this is already blocked within these zones. This is the area that Bitcoin is already moving, the bigger picture. And only a breakdown below 27,200 probably will expose Bitcoin to the other zones, to 26 and 600 and later to 25,000. Until that moment, I don't see Bitcoin to continue moving down. So this is a critical zone for Bitcoin, 27,200. It is not showing anything else about a specific movement, so this is overall. Let's see what this is going to create during this moment. So this is overall. This was the material that I prepared for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more future contents. It will really help me a lot related with future contents. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.